it's good to have you here this morning. Thank you. It's early in the morning in Champaign, Illinois, and you're still hanging out with us. Thanks for coming on.
Great to be on. Absolutely. As you're going down that nostalgia road, I realized that a younger, thinner version of myself was there. I knew the answer to those questions before you were asking them. So excited to be back and hopefully have an opportunity to join you guys again soon.
Oh, we would absolutely love that. I know Griffin would love that. As you look at the start you guys have had to the season at Illinois, obviously some impressive football thus far. Just one close loss on the year, and how are you feeling about the way your guys are playing and the way they're developing in the second year under your tutelage?
We're 7 games into it. I like the way this group, but really at the end of last year, I thought we were a team that played really well. I know at the end, I said it to the media and I meant it. I thought there were very few people that would want to play us at that point. Fell a game shy of bowl eligibility, but I like the nucleus of our guys coming back. We added some players. Our roster is kind of a mix of a little bit of players I inherited, a little bit of players we took a year ago, and then players we brought in this year through the transfer portal, normal high school recruiting. I know you guys are like this. We actually have over 20 players from our roster from the state of Florida. Our defense, which is nationally recognized as one of the best, has actually 7 starters, 6 starters for sure, 1 in a sub package that starts for us. So we have a lot of Florida representation on our roster as well.
It's certainly, I imagine having the year-round weather we do down here has something to do with why you like coming to Florida and why so many good football players come from down here, because they can play all year. What is it about the Florida kids that normally stands out to you?
I first started coming to Florida in 1994 or 95, I believe. Recruited a couple players out of the South Florida area, out of Broward, Palm, and Miami. Really kind of discovered, right, that a lot of times they come from programs that maybe a little understaffed, a little underdeveloped. So the growth window for a lot of players in the state of Florida is huge, right? You have these guys that have been playing football for a long time, just really haven't been put in a position to be coached, developed. Maybe, also nutrition. They changed the rules in NCAA football a couple of years back, which allowed unlimited fueling, which fed right into, the recruitment of underdeveloped players. So a lot of really good things, but I also recruited my wife out of Florida, and we've now been married over 10 years with 2 girls. So my best recruiting job has taken place in my personal life as well.
That sounds like your best signing, Coach, is what it sounds like to me. You guys are headed to Nebraska this week, coming off the bye. What were you hoping to see out of the program? I know you always kind of can identify things at that break in the year. Is there something particular you're hoping to kind of see the team excel at or improve at over the last half of the season?
Well, yeah, it allows us. We played in a week 0 game, which allowed us to have 2 bye weeks, which is unique. But then Nebraska is a bye week the same exact week, so it wasn't really like they gained or we gained anything on that end. But we did some self scouts, obviously, a lot of really good things that we took a peek at: offense, defense, special teams. Got a little healthy. We've been fortunate enough to be pretty healthy in all phases. But that last week, we really did a lot of trying to get our guys back in playing spirits. Develop some of our younger guys, get guys healthy and all encompassed to get a little bit of a jump on Nebraska.
So after Nebraska, you host Michigan State, host Purdue, travel to Michigan for what will certainly be a tough game, and then you close the season at Matt Repchak's Northwestern Wildcats, who will be looking to play spoiler there. And we'll see if a Big Ten championship game is in store. But are you feeling good about your team's chances, and how are you feeling about the prospect of a bowl week in Orlando perhaps someday?
Well, twofold. I tell our players all the time, one thing that's very unique, unlike some of those other bowl games you referenced. When I took over Wisconsin, my first bowl game was at the Capital One, played Arkansas, as you mentioned. But that was a program that was used to going to bowl games. They've been repeatedly to not only your bowl, but bowls across the country. And there was a little bit of a mindset of expectation that was always there. Now we're dealing with a culture here. This is really the first time they've had success, right? So gave a big talk yesterday and let our players understand and comprehend, hey, you really just need to enjoy and stay in the moment and enjoy the journey. Don't really worry about the end. Don't worry about the destination. Worry about the journey along the way. And our entire focus will be on Nebraska. Our entire focus next week will be on Michigan State. Our entire focus out of that will be on Purdue, Michigan, and Northwestern. It's a 5-week journey. We just finished we had a 3-week journey with a bye week, then a 4-week journey. We beat Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin all in the same year for the first time since 1983. I was 13 when that happened last. So we kind of just stayed focused on the moment, and we'll let everything else kind of play out as it comes.